Hi Gemini, welcome to your December 2022 reading. This is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Let's go ahead and jump right in. If you are a cross watcher watching for a Gemini, I advise you to go watch for your own sign and for your own placements and stay out of Gemini's business, but that's up to you. This is going to be intended for whoever happens to walk, fall, crawl, stumble, that's the word, stumble across this video, but it is specifically a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Also, ignore the stain on my shirt. I just spilled some tea on it, so. Anyways, alrighty, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's see what December 2022 is for you guys. For Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, new beginnings. This card is also very representative of death in traditional tarot. So we have new beginnings, Scorpionic energy. This doesn't really have anything to do with Scorpio, but just the newness of it. I believe that we have a new moon in Capricorn on December 22nd or 23rd. And I'm getting, for some reason, that this is specifically tied to that, just because I know that we had, I believe, only a couple of days ago, today's the 13th, a couple of days ago, we had a Gemini full moon. So I feel that whatever it is that you're currently dealing with or focused on, if you set intentions, if you're someone that prays or meditates or does some type of full moon ritual, this previous full moon in Gemini was very significant for you, I'm feeling. So, you know, earlier in this December month, like the first 2 weeks of December, whatever you've been focusing on, whatever you've been trying to manifest, I see that it's kind of really cultivating and taking off, with the Capricorn new moon on December 22nd or 23rd. Some of you also either have a lot of people that have passed away, like you know a lot of people that have passed and are no longer living. I'm also getting that maybe for some of you there is a specific person that passed away. It feels familiar in the terms of it feels like a relative or a really close friend, someone you were very close with in the living life, in the living waking life, I guess. And they have now transitioned and they are no longer with you in the physical realm, but they are really close with you in the spiritual realm. I'm getting that this spirit visits you in any type of like flying creature, birds, crows, ravens, hawks, bluebirds, hummingbirds, butterflies, any one of those. It could be all of those or it could be any one of those. Again, it's a general reading, but I'm getting something about flying creatures you are either really drawn to, really attached to, or when you see them you feel a really strong connection to this person that passed away. I know that that's very true for my mom with birds. Like I think it's any bird. I have to ask her, I guess, to clarify, but my mom, anytime she sees birds, or birds like always go up to her, get really close with her. Always strange things happen with birds with my mom, and she's always told me that she believes that it's her grandma, so my great grandma, just showing up and telling her that she's there. So you may just be around this time or in December feeling or noticing a lot of synchronicities or signs from spirit. And again, I'm getting that it could really be from a past loved one. But again, this is primarily just having to do with new beginnings. So cemetery, the death, these are all just images and symbolisms that Spirit is using for you to understand that there's a transitional phase happening in your life, Gemini, at this time. And it's really kicking off with this full moon in Gemini that we just had, and really like coming into the physical with the new moon in Capricorn at the end of the month. The moon, like we've been talking about for like the past 2 minutes, the moon in reverse. Yeah, it's like whatever. I feel like it's not so much about secrets. It's more so. I mean, I'm getting to that. Maybe you've been trying to manifest something, Gemini, that you haven't like spoken to other people in the physical world. Like you've been keeping your secrets close to yourself. It's almost. I'm just getting. You've been making moves in silence lately, like a lot, and this could just have to do with this. Specific month that is going on right now in December. This could be the past couple months leading up till now. You've been in this energy and this place of trying to manifest something silently, working on something in silence. You're not blabbering about it. You're not telling all the neighbors and everyone in the neighborhood. You've just been quietly doing your work, paying your dues. I'm getting really diligently working. I would not be surprised if it came out, but I am getting the feeling of I believe it's the Eight of Pentacles. I'm honestly so bad at remembering the cards without actually seeing them because I'm more of an intuitive reader. It's the Eight or Seven of Pentacles. I believe it's the Eight, where of the image of the man hard at work, and he's just working and training and learning. And this is a man. This is a depiction of a person that is paying their dues. They are taking the time to learn their craft. They are taking their time to practice, to train, to study, to work from the ground up. You know, you get hired as um, this is an example, but maybe some of you are doing this. You get hired into a company as like a cashier, and then you get promoted to a supervisor, then a manager, then you become a store owner or something like that. Like you're starting from the bottom and you're building your way up. And it's not that I don't think that you've just started, but I think that you're in that mode of like you understand that you have to work from the bottom up. You understand that. And that's something that a lot of people struggle with. That's why they don't really level up, is that they kind of just get stuck and they get comfortable, and they believe that the level that they're at is the only level that they will ever be able to achieve. And you don't believe that, because the moon has a lot to do with secrets and desires, because those are the things that we keep secret, most of the time. But I'm getting that I think that this will all be coming out to light. And that's what I was saying, is that because the moon is in reverse, that's talking about whatever is hidden will be seen. Whatever is hidden will come forward into the light, will be brought into the physical world. And I'm getting that specifically maybe around the new moon at the end of the month, the new moon in Capricorn, December 22nd or 23rd. That's when maybe you'll actually be seeing some of these things that you're doing finally pay off in a big way. Because I think that you are expressing a lot of gratitude. And I think that also whatever it is that you're working towards, it's something that you're very passionate about. This could be something new, just because I am getting new beginnings. It doesn't mean that it's brand new. I feel that most of you have already started this. Maybe some of you haven't. But I'm getting that this is a newer energy in your life. Something that has recently sparked your interest. Maybe just this year you started studying to become something, or got a new job in something, or just working really hard towards a goal that you are very, very passionate about. And I sense with the Knight of Wands, which is a very eager energy, I'm sensing such a strong eagerness to your motivation or to your motives. Ten of Wands. You are so ready for this new beginning, because I feel that some of you have been doing this work for a while. Also, I'm a little bit sick, so if my voice sounds a little funny, that's why. But some of you have been doing with this Ten of Wands. Spirit is letting me know that some of you have been doing this for a while. Oh, I was like, is someone in my fucking hallway? That scared the shit out of me. Some of you have been working towards this for a new while, but again, it's like you haven't really seen. It's not that you haven't received anything on this journey, but I think that you have yet to see the fruits of your labor in maybe the way that you want to, and maybe the big scale way. Like maybe you haven't gotten that promotion, or maybe you have gotten a promotion if this is to do with work, but maybe it hasn't, you're not the manager yet, you're just a supervisor, or you're a key holder, or whatever. Or maybe if you work out, like you're getting stronger, but you feel stronger, but maybe you don't see your body physically, like your muscles aren't showing as much or something like that. It could be anything. Whatever you're really passionate about right now, whatever you're working towards, whatever you've been working towards, there has been progress, there has been change, but it's like gradual. And something I was just telling one of my students the other day, because I teach dance, is that sometimes it's hard when you're training for something, when you're studying for something, when you're practicing something. It's hard to see your progress sometimes because you're in it. It's easier for someone to see you at the beginning and see you at the end and notice the huge, you know what I'm saying? Like if someone checks in on you, like, and you're like, hey, I'm about to start working out, and you're like, oh, awesome, that's great for you, whatever. And then you guys don't really like talk or see each other very often for like 6 months or like a year. And then you run into them, they're like, whoa, dude, like you're ripped, like, because you'll be like having done that work for a year. And maybe you might not have seen the drastic, and you might be like, oh wow, I must be really big then if that person, noticed. It's easier to see the change and the progress from an outside perspective or an outside view, because you're the one that's living it. You're making progress little by little every single day. And it can be hard to do that, especially if you're really focused, which I think that you are, because there's this like really, not desperation, but there's this like impatience, this feeling of like I want this now. I want to be ripped now. I want to have that promotion now. I want to have the money now. It's like there is this kind of rushed energy feeling, and that could just be Sagittarius season and how the energy is affecting you personally. If you haven't yet, go check out the season of Sagittarius video that I did. It talks about what the season is bringing and what it's all about, how to use the energy to your best advantage. But I feel like you guys are ready for this change. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for things to change. You're ready for whatever this is to come to light. I think you're just ready to speak about this and share this. Maybe some of you have been working on a really big project, like a big dream of yours in silence, and like maybe some of you are writing a book or writing songs or creating an album or creating something in silence, and then all of a sudden you're just like drop the album or drop the. It's like when Beyonce did that. Is what I'm getting. We have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there is another knight. There is a sense of impatience. You want to share something that you're passionate about. But I think that also that there's a reason there. It's almost like you either don't know. Seven of Cups in reverse tells me you either don't know when to do it, when to share this, or how to share this, or if it's something that. If whatever it is that you're passionate and working towards, if it's something that can take you in several different directions, like you can kind of do lots of different things with the craft that you're focused on, it could also be that you're just unsure of what direction to take this in specifically. That's the other thing that I'm getting. We have the Magician, which I love for you. So Gemini, you're in a really, really beautiful energy right now where you're in Master. Magician is Master Manifester. Master Manifester energy is where you're at. Which is what I'm saying is that right now, like I said, whatever this Gemini full moon we just had in between this time and then going into the Capricorn new moon, it's like you guys are, whatever you're trying to manifest, whatever you're trying to create, whatever you're trying to build, it's like accelerating. It's like right now there's momentum going, is what I'm saying, basically. It's almost like, because I do see these two motorcycles, I'm going to give you an analogy that if you've never seen this movie, maybe you won't get, but I'm going to just try to explain it so it makes sense. There's a movie called Ghost Rider. Old movie with Nicholas. Okay, not super old. Let me not age myself here. But old-ish movie with Nicolas Cage. And there is a scene where like he does like stunt tricks on a motorcycle, like jumping over stuff or whatever. And after his father, spoiler alert. Okay, that's long enough pause. I don't really care, but just in case someone actually wants to watch it and not have it spoiled. After his father passes, he, you know what? The other thing I'm getting now that I'm saying this is that maybe something recently, like I did say that I had kind of a feeling that maybe someone passed away recently, or you just have known a lot of people that have passed. So I'm just getting that maybe there is a strong motivation or push that you feel really inspired to change your life in a really dramatic way because of this person that passed away either recently or people that have passed in your life before. Like you're really like, it's almost like I'm getting that some of you may be doing it to honor them. And it could be a relative for a lot of you. But what I was going to say is after the father passes in the movie, he does this crazy stunt that everyone's like, it's too dangerous, you're not going to be able to do it. Where he goes from one end of a football field to the other and like over a bunch of helicopters with like the blades on. I don't know, I guess that's what they're called. And it's like crazy, and he jumps to this like ring of fire too or something like that. I don't know, it's like crazy. But that's what I'm getting is that like this full moon that just passed was you going down the ramp and like hitting the acceleration and then gaining all that momentum. And then when we get to that new moon in Capricorn, it's when you get to the end of the ramp and you shoot off, and then you're blasted off, and then you're in it. You're in that moment of, it's like really, it's a cool scene. I think you could just look up the clip, like Ghost Rider helicopter clip scene, whatever. It's like slow motion. He's like going over all these helicopters across like the whole arena. And it's like, that's what I'm getting, is that right now you're building that momentum. You're coming down that slope. You're gaining acceleration. You're gaining momentum to go to like blast off towards this thing and really actually do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So whatever this new beginning is, you're not doing it in the sense that it is active, it is in the present moment, but your mind has already envisioned it. You've already dreamed of this. You've already done the manifestation. You've already done the behind the scenes energetic work. And now it's coming into the 3D, it's coming into your reality, which is awesome. Let's get a message for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So keep dreaming, keep doing whatever you're doing, and don't let that momentum die, is the other thing too. Because I think maybe there was another scene too, or maybe it was like the dad or something. I think there was another scene too where like he was going to do a stunt and he got scared at the last second, or he like didn't accelerate at the right time, or didn't accelerate as much, so he lost the momentum and then he got hurt. There's that too. I'm not saying you're going to get hurt. That's not like a warning or something to scare you, but I'm getting that things may not work out the way that you want them to if you lose the momentum, okay? You need as much momentum as you can, but don't take off yet. I would wait to take the action, to bring it really into the physical, to share this if it's something that you want to share. I would wait till after the new moon in Capricorn for you guys. I'm gonna pull one more because I feel guided to pull from this deck. This is some of you could be poets, or like you could be writing a book. Also, something with like writing, words, lyrics, something like that. Just because this is like a very poetic deck. So it's like interesting that I almost never use this one, to be honest. I just never, it's so beautiful, I just never really feel called or drawn to pull from here. And Spirit has asked me to, for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. So the two cards we have from Spirit for you guys is Liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. So Spirit is saying to let go of any negative beliefs or doubts that you have. Again, what I was saying, that moment where, you know, if you're on the freeway and you're about to go off this ramp, or like the other thing, I don't know, maybe some of you guys are into motorcycles, because I'm just getting that other, I don't know what his name is. I feel like he has a crazy name, or he had a crazy name. That guy that like, actually I don't know if this is a real thing. Is this a real thing, or am I making this up, or is it from just like a show? Like the guy that like jumped over like a canyon, like was it the Grand Canyon or like a canyon or something, in a motorcycle, like down a ramp? I don't remember what his name is. I'm getting an image of that too. So maybe you guys are into motorcycles, or just have like, maybe some of you are like adrenaline junkies, kind of get off on adrenaline. Anything that gives you a rush of adrenaline, doesn't have to be motorcycles in particular. Tea is so good. Okay. But breaking free from negative attachment. So Spirit's just saying any doubt that you have to cut out now before we get to that new moon. Because that's when you're going to take off, right? That's when you're going to take off into this new beginning. That's when you're like jump. That's when you're going to really go for it. Right now you're going down the ramp with the building momentum. And if you doubt yourself, if you get scared, you're going to hit the brakes too early, or you're going to not accelerate hard enough or at the right time. And you might not be able to take off, or take off in the way that you've envisioned, okay? We have love is sufficient unto love, and the subject is love. Some of you may be wanting to, I didn't really get that, honestly. I'm getting that this is more like career, just in life, general goal-oriented type of thing. This has more specific to do with you. But for maybe a couple of you, this has to do with a love, a connection, someone that you really want to pursue, someone that you have a lot of passion for, someone that maybe you've been dealing with for a while, and maybe things haven't worked out, and you've been kind of carrying a burden on your shoulders, something about the connection, something that you maybe haven't revealed, or they haven't revealed. and you just kind of want to rush in, but you don't really know how, but it is something you've been trying to manifest. If I'm getting for some of you, it could be that. I'm getting from majority of you, this just has to do with like goals in life that you have, something you're pursuing. It feels more career, dream oriented, but again, a dream of yours could be being with your perfect partner, with your match, or getting married, or something like that. So for those of you that that resonates with, um, Spirit is saying that love is sufficient unto love, meaning that all you really need is love. And I'm getting for those of you that are not interested in that or don't resonate with that romantic message, that this is more just life goal, career oriented. You just got to love yourself, right? Part of loving yourself is trusting yourself. And that's what Spirit really wants you to do, is to love yourself enough to trust yourself, that you are capable enough to take off, that you're capable enough to make this jump, right? That you're not going to, you're not going to land in the helicopter, you're not going to fall through the canyon, you're going to make it to the other side. So you got to trust yourself, have faith, love yourself, and let go of anything that is weighing you down. Anybody that's weighing you down as well, I'm getting. I don't know why I just heard that. Maybe there's some people that don't believe you can do what it is you're trying to do. They can't stay in your life because they will drag you down. It's the extra weight. You got to get rid of the extra weight because you got to be as light as you can before you make that jump, okay? I hope that that resonated with you guys. I'm really trying to grow my channel right now, so if this did resonate, please give it a thumbs up, a comment down below, just drop like a little emoji, like a little heart or something. That honestly, comments, likes, those help my channel grow because it helps the video be seen by more people. And then if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. And I think that's it. Have a great holiday season, whatever holidays you celebrate. Have a great New Year's, and I will see you in the new year in 2023. Bye, Gemini.